Paul Sperry on his X. Records show U.S. Capitol Police Captain Michael Byrd, who fatally shot unarmed J6 protester Ashley Babbitt from behind, reasonless, without warning, has been running an unaccredited daycare center with wife Kaleska from their Maryland home since 2008. Maryland receives $190 million in HHS daycare funds. Oh, Michael Byrd kills himself a white girl and opens a daycare center. We will take just so much, and then payback comes. And the payback will be far uglier than they can possibly imagine. I'm going to say it again. Do not let these distorted freaks take over the House or the Senate. Smash their party into oblivion. They are crazy. They are criminal. I don't want to hear about Trump. And the Epstein files, is Trump in them? Trump's not in there. Trump is not what you would call a dumbass. Trump knew all about. Does anybody really think that a man that handles that level of finance is not going to have spooks around him? Of course he is. In New York City, are you kidding me? Of course he's going to have them all around him. Do we think that he is really so gullible, so unintelligent, a man like that, military academy, everything else, a disciplined man and a good businessman by every account? Does anybody really think that he's going to get photographed with some under 18-year-old or even a 14-year-old who looks like an 18-year-old and has the fake but otherwise really legitimate-looking ID? Do we really think he would do that? Because that's the level that these people stoop to, because with them, it's all about the parts that they cover with their underwear, assuming they haven't been removed. So smash this so-called political party into oblivion. It's going to get here sooner than anybody thinks. Plan to be there and take care of business, because we cannot let those freaks take this country again and sit through another almost half decade of Democrat rule. Can you imagine what they will do? Not to mention the fact that they will make life miserable for President Trump again with continued attempts at impeachment and everything else that they did, because they are low-life bottom feeders of humanity. Especially so because they are politicians and some judges as well. Do not let this happen. You have the power. Use it. Oh, Denmark will shoot first and ask questions later over Greenland. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, that'll go well for them. Now, this is good. This is real good. Doctors will no longer receive financial rewards for vaccinating children. In a December 30th, 2025 memo to state health officials, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services stated, quote, "It does not tie payment to performance on immunization quality measures in Medicaid and CHIP at the federal level." U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy said the new policy protects medical freedom and informed consent. This is Children's Health Defense, an article by Michael Nefrodakis, Ph.D. The federal government will stop paying physicians based on the number of patients they vaccinate. Now, we suspected this, and we heard this from a guest here and a guest there and an article here and a podcast there. But savor those words just for a moment. The federal government will stop paying physicians based on the number of patients they vaccinate. Hence my very good friend, BT, and his doctor of many years, who said, well, I really think you need to get that booster because I get paid for it. Doesn't matter if you're dealing with unknown blood issues from the prior vaccinations. You need to get that booster. We need to look after ourselves. I'm going to say it again. Start with nutrition. You get your nutrition up to 100%, you're going to see the doctor a lot less. I'm just guessing. Stands to reason, though, doesn't it? Think it over. Seriously. And push the button. In a December 30, 2025 memo to state health officials, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services says, well, I already said that. It does not tie payment to performance on immunization quality measures in Medicaid and CHIP, that's Childhood Health Insurance Program at the federal level. Does not tie payment to performance on immunization quality measures, right, in Medicaid and Childhood Health Insurance Program at the federal level. Under the new policy, CMS will no longer require states to report how many children are vaccinated, but states may continue to voluntarily provide the data. CMS stated it will explore options to more strongly encourage informed consent before vaccination and, quote, will also explore how religious exemptions for vaccinations can be accounted for in the data and the subsequent measures, U.S. Health Secretary Bobby Kennedy welcomed the new policy in a post on X, stating that it protects medical freedom and informed consent. Well, how about that whole COVID-19 thing? We should not forget what they did to us. They didn't do it to me. I didn't fall for it. Nobody in my family fell for it at all. I hope nobody in your family did either. And if they did fall for it, I hope they're all right. I really do. Don't trust so easily. Never trust a government. Never, never trust power. It'll all be okay. Smash. That's what they do. This is what happens to nations that trust their government. And this is also what happens to people who watch too much TV and see too many commercials with the tagline of, see your doctor, talk to your doctor, trust your doctor. I bet there are a bunch of people wishing right now they'd never done any of those things. Bless them. There's the thing again about the cyber attacks. Over 300 peer-reviewed COVID-19 vaccine cancer cases, as in turbo cancers, across 27 countries. Well, that journal has been hit with cyber attacks. Major Cancer Journal confirms global turbo cancer safety signal. Major Cancer Journal confirms global turbo cancer safety signal. As criminal cyber attacks possibly linked to PubPeer disrupt access to the study. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, I do not tell you, I ask you, what does that suggest? That it was a criminal scam the whole time. And we should not be all, oh, well, I guess they got one over on us. We should be absolutely incandescent over this. But are we? I am. Want to hear another good one? This is kind of a good one. Here for it. DOJ responds accordingly after Mamdani tenant director exposed as property seizing communist. Oh, no, Mamdani, he's such a good guy. Where did they get this 34-year-old half-wit communist moron? Where? Now people are saying he's Jewish. Well, I thought he was Muslim, so which is it? Believe nothing of what you hear and only half of what you see. I know, I already said that a couple of times. So Zohran Mamdani repeatedly told people who he was during both the NYC mayoral primary race and the general election campaign season, whether it was on the subject of the Israel-Hamas war. Let's amend that to the state of Israel versus Hamas war. 9/11, his soft-on-crime stances, his desire for free stuff for New Yorkers, which of course would be paid for by the rich, or his race-based approach to solving the city's housing crisis. And on other issues, past tweets and videos dug up by internet sleuths gave us an even more complete picture of the man who eventually was elected mayor of the Big Apple, with perhaps the most revealing one being remarks he made during a 2021 DSA convention where he referenced, quote, the end goal of seizing the means of production, end quote, and how he and his fellow Democrat socialists should not give up on it, even though the idea was not currently popular. While it's no surprise to anyone that the people Mamdani lined up to serve in his administration have radical, anti-capitalist, anti-Semitic, anti-American, and racist, anti-white views that fall squarely in line with his, it was nevertheless eye-opening to read deleted social media posts from his Office to Protect Tenants director. Yes, his Office to Protect Tenants. And the director, Saya Weaver, CEA Weaver, which, as we reported Monday, had her characterizing home ownership as a weapon of white supremacy. As we reported Monday, had her characterizing home ownership as a weapon of white supremacy. These people need their sorry, slimy, dirty, grasny bums kicked all the way down the block, and then back up the block, and then back down the block again. Ugh. You don't stress. I do it for you, okay? All right. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be in with you tonight. We've got a pretty tough row to hoe, but we're going to hoe it. And when we're done, we're going to plant the seeds that will bring forth a beautiful, bountiful harvest. So let's just decide. There are idiots out there. Some of them are quite dangerous. We will deal with them in whatever means necessary to deal with them. We will be law-abiding. We will be nonviolent. But we will smash the communists. And that means we will smash the Democrats and every SOB that contributes to them. All the way in or all the way out, folks. There's no straddling the line anymore. Pass or fail, win or lose, live or die. Think it over. We're going to visit with Pastor John S. Terrell tonight, if I haven't said so already, part 8.